1 degree off by Geeks Trucking. Jake had hauled freight for 16 years, reefer work mostly. Produce, meat, dairy, whatever paid and didn't sit too long. This trip was coast to coast, California to New Jersey, 39,000 pounds of strawberries. The rate was good, the weather steady, and his old Freightliner's reefer unit purred like a cat. Set at 34 F, holding perfect for 5 straight days. He rolled through the Mojave, over the Rockies, across the endless flat of Iowa, checking the reefer readout every fuel stop. Temp steady, he'd tell himself, tapping the screen like it was a ritual. That box of cold air was his paycheck. You lose a degree, you lose a week's pay. By the time he hit Pennsylvania, he was running on caffeine and habit. The receiver's address was a cold storage warehouse tucked behind a maze of potholes and chain link. Jake backed into door 14 with the grace only thousands of loads could teach. A lumper's crew hooked the chute, and Jake leaned on the fender sipping burnt coffee, watching his trailer breathe out mist in the morning air. Then the foreman came out, a clipboard warrior with a barcode gun and an attitude. "Driver," he said, not looking up. "You had this set at 34? "Yes, sir. Been solid the whole way." Foreman scanned his paper. "Probe says 35. Product's warm. We're rejecting." Jake blinked. 1 degree. You're kidding. "Not my call. Temperature tolerance is 0.5. Jake followed him inside. Saw the temp gun reading glowing like a verdict, 35 cure. He wanted to argue, to show his log of reefer readings, the fuel receipts proving constant temp. Didn't matter. To them, strawberries at 35 were spoiled strawberries. The buyer refused the shipment. He called dispatch. "Load rejected," he said flatly. Dispatch sighed. "Let me make some calls." 2 hours later, they re-saying you can take it to a salvage cold store in Trenton. Might get 50 cents on the dollar. Jake sat in the cab, staring at the reefer gauge still showing 34 degrees. 1 degree. Somewhere between the probe, the air temp, and human stubbornness had turned his perfect run into a loss. He drove north under gray skies, tired, bitter, and oddly calm. The hum of the reefer still filled the cab, faithful and pointless. He thought of all the miles, the fuel, the time. Out here, perfection wasn't rewarded, only precision punished. At the salvage dock, he watched another crew unload what was once worth a fortune. He wrote in his logbook, "Load rejected, 1 degree off." Then he closed it, fired up the engine, and rolled toward the next job, because that's what truckers do. If you like this kind of story, please like, follow, comment, and share.